Everyone is mowing right now or doing something outside. It's Saturday, so I get it. Hello, today I am in my garden. It is June and I am going to plant some more things. I have already planted a lot of flowers in my backyard garden. I'm in zone 8B, and today I wanted to plant something a little different that I plant usually every year. So today I want to plant, well, let me do this one first. Today I want to plant some pumpkins. These are Jacoby little pumpkins. I think the vine is still going to get pretty long, so I'm going to have to figure out where I want to put these so they don't take over the garden. And but the pumpkin itself is small. It's the Jacoby little pumpkin. I have planted a lot of pumpkins in the past, and just depending on the variety, they can grow like in kind of a bush type plant or like a really long vine. I have had a vine grow 24 feet long, but anyway, I'm also going to plant, I think, 1 or 2 little mounds of these bush sugar baby watermelons. I have planted watermelons in the past, but not in the past couple years. So I saw these when I went to the store, and it just, I don't know, I think I must have been hungry. I mean, you can't eat these, but I must have been hungry the day that I saw these in the store, because I bought these, and I actually bought these. So anyway, I have been away from my garden for, well, I went on a little trip, so I was away from my garden for about a week, and I have weeds everywhere. So today I'm going to plant those 2 things, maybe a couple of other things, and just give some updates on what's growing in my garden right now. I'm probably going to pull a lot of weeds, but I won't, record all of that because it would take me the rest of the day. If you if you're new, I've already planted several things. So I have perennials. I have 2 or 3 perennials behind me. So I have the black-eyed Susans, I have the Shasta Daisies, and I have a couple of Echinacea that are finally blooming. It's my first time having coneflower Echinacea bloom. But I have some other little black-eyed Susans scattered behind me. So those have gotten taller than the plants behind them, and so sometimes that is causing issue because of the plants behind it. I have some Zinnias, cosmos, and sunflowers, and I don't know if they're getting enough sun, but it's still early June, so they're growing, but they're growing slower on this side. This side, those are about 1 to 2 feet tall, the little seedlings over here. So those are doing good, and I hope this side is going to catch up. I don't know if it's because this is blocking the sun from behind it. The same thing is happening on the other side. I'll show you, there's some sunflowers that are in the back that are very short, and they usually would be a lot taller. But anyway, I may have to remove a couple of plants that are like blocking the daylight sun from that side so that those sunflowers can catch up. But anyway, so I want to show you a couple of things that I planted already in the garden. I planted these cosmos. These are called Crazy Cosmos, mixed from Sweet Yards. I got these on Amazon. I have planted these California Giant Zinnias. These are the only zinnias that I've planted that have come up so far. I planted some that I grew from seed, and they have not come up. Well, a couple have, but anyway, so I've planted mostly these. I still really want to order like Queen, I think it's Queen Lime series from Johnny's, or it could be any brand, it doesn't matter, but I really would like to have some of those in the garden because those were so pretty last year. I have planted mammoth Russian sunflowers. I have planted these American Giant sunflowers. I haven't planted a whole lot of these, so I may stick some more of those in the garden today to see if they can catch up. I have planted strawflower. I am still not sure. I feel like these were coming up at one point, but there's a lot of seeds in here, so I may sprinkle some more of these down today, just to see if I can get these to grow. I tried these last year, not this kind, and it was just like a really hot time of the year, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, I may plant some more of these soon or this week. And let's see, I planted the Mexican sunflower in the garden so far. I love these. These are doing okay. These are doing pretty well. So I've also planted elephant ears, and I think that's it. Well, oh, I had these little seed pops, 2 different kinds. My husband got me. One was something for bees. One was butterflies. This one is songbird. This one is humblebee. These are cute. I planted these. It's like a lot of seeds stuck in the little pop. And let's see, these are aster, coreopsis, coneflower, black-eyed Susan, bergamot, coreopsis. This one is coreopsis, sweet William, snapdragon, which it's too hot for snapdragon, so I don't know. Black-eyed Susan and bergamot. So I may plant these sometime this week or next week. I don't know. I've got 2 more over in one of the front parts of my garden. I'm trying to plant like tallest to shortest, because this is the back, this is the front, and on the other side I'm kind of doing the opposite, like the tallest coming the other way. Well, that's what I did last year. I planted like the tallest flowers in the back and the shortest flowers in the front. That way on both sides I have the short going to the tall on each end. So anyway, I'm gonna get started because it's hot. It's humid, it's hot. My hair is sticking to my back. And just get started and go ahead and plant. I've already got I think one little corner ready for the watermelons that I want to plant, and I am not sure. I think I know where I want to put the pumpkin, but I'm gonna like walk around and look and decide where I'm gonna put that. So okay, so it says on these watermelon sugar baby that they're space saving bush type vine that grows 3 to 4 inches long. No, 3 to 4 feet long, but it says they're 12-pound melons. So 4 to 6 seeds about 3 inches apart in hills 5 to 7 feet apart. So I'm just gonna do one right here. 3, let's see, if they're 3 to 4 feet long, that should be a good amount of space. And I don't want to plant too many. I've done that before, and then they end up crowding each other out and they don't do well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 4 to 6 seeds right here, and that's going to be the only one I do of this today. I'm going to try to find somewhere else to plant one of these another day. Okay, so let's do a quick update. I just planted the watermelon right there, the bush baby watermelon. These are my black-eyed Susans. These are the dahlias that I planted. These are floret dahlias that I had seeds for. So I've got, that's a black-eyed Susan, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are doing really good. I planted those from seed, I think in March or maybe April. I don't know, I'd have to go look back. I just cut down some cosmos because I kept these just to have some pretty color on this end. Okay, I cut down, I had to remove some of these cosmos to allow, I'm not getting enough sun right here on the sunflowers and Mexican sunflowers, so there's a few of those and I want those to take off. Okay, these are my elephant ears. I planted those. I have a video about that where I planted these in March. I had to replant them because the initial bulb, which is actually right here, rotted. So I had 2 more. I put them in and they are doing good. These are cosmos that are dying, but they are in this planter and they just seeded themselves over here. So what I'm going to do is let these dry out a little more and I'm going to save all these seeds for next year. Over here, Mexican sunflowers, that's a verbena that just seeded over here. Nothing right there. Zinnias cosmos and nothing right there. And then I have the other side of my garden. I'll show you that in a second. But for the pumpkins, the little Jack B. little pumpkins, this vine, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get pretty long. I think what I'm gonna do is plant it on the inside of this side right here, and kind of, there's like a gap right there. Plant it on the inside, and then it can kind of come down right here, and it won't, hopefully won't crowd out too much of the other, these are zinnias and cosmos. Hopefully it won't crowd those out. This side of the garden is looking pretty good. I need to fill in this gap right here. I've got some basil in the front, those little seed pops. There were some straw flowers in there. I don't know how those are doing. A couple of zinnias that were from a seed, save seeds, and these are from the Amazon seed packs, zinnias and cosmos together. So that whole patch is doing really well. I have caladiums, my elephant ear in the back. That's a volunteer black-eyed Susan. All of these right here are perennials. That's why they are growing taller than everything else, because they came back from last year. So So all of these are growing back from last year. These are my first year having these Shasta Daisies to bloom, and they are doing really well. I have a few coneflower or Echinacea right here. There's 1, 2, and then there's some little babies. Here's one that is starting to bloom. Here's one. I've got this one, which is blooming. Looks really good. And then I have one over there. You can see it, the little purple one. That's my first year having those to actually get blooms. This little area right here is kind of slower than that area. It could be the soil. It could be the amount of sun it's getting, but hopefully these are going to catch up. I seem to always have some kind of a gap where there's like right back here there's sunflowers and there's a gap, and they're just kind of taking off slowly. Not sure why. Hopefully those will pick up, and yeah, that's it. So lots of blooms. It is getting really hot. My phone is getting hot as well. So I am probably gonna wrap this up. This is it's June. It's the first week of June, and I looked at my phone earlier back at my photos, and this is pretty much the same stage that, like, say the Zinnias or Cosmos that I planted last year. Everything's kind of in the same stage. The black-eyed Susans are probably the similar size as they were, so I seem to be on track. So a lot of this will be blooming, or some of it is already blooming, but in full size by July. So and then I will replant, you know, any areas later on in the summer that have kind of died down. But honestly, once you plant Zinnias and Cosmos, those keep blooming for a while. I mean, I've had them bloom all the way through October before, just on the first round. So if you enjoyed today's video, thank you for watching, and see you next time.